Chamath is someone that I really look up to. He was right on Tesla, Bitcoin, Amazon, and he is also a business partner of mine. So today we are talking about his achievements as well as his new investment into clean energy. So after you smash the subscribe button and the like button, I would like to dive into something that I posted on my Instagram. If you still don't follow me, then I don't know what you are waiting for. Wolf of Dubai Danny, this is my tag on Instagram. I'm posting my life, I'm posting, things about the stock market, investments, and so on. So I wrote the following: follow this guy. Chamath is the next Warren Buffett. Watch his interviews, read his tweets, and copy his investments if you like it too. He returned with his hedge fund in his first 8 years more than Buffett. Social Capital was the number 2 hedge fund in the whole world, and he basically worked an hour per week. He is about to allocate capital to the biggest problems in the world, which will then have the greatest returns in hindsight. He was also right on Amazon, Tesla, and Bitcoin, and started from nothing. He is now a billionaire. He is also the chairman and one of the main shareholders of Virgin Galactic. And as a Virgin Galactic investor myself, I consider Chamath as my business partner and mentor, guys, and I mean it. I really mean it. He was one of the most biggest reasons why I actually went into Virgin Galactic, because if you see this kind of persons, you don't see them so often, right? If you want to follow this kind of guys, I would put him in the same row like Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos. Those are the entrepreneur side, but he, would be financially in the same league like Warren Buffett, like Peter Lynch, right? So I am a huge supporter, if you believe that this is the next big guy in finance, to follow him early on. And he is just so smart. But let's dive first into what he says currently about Tesla.
It's really incredible, actually. I mean, he's somebody I've known for a really long time. I've looked up to him for a long time. And here's what I would say, that he built a great car company, and somewhere along the way, about 5 or 6 years ago, what I thought he was building was an energy company, and that eventually people would realize that climate change actually mattered. And it's taken 5 or 6 years for everybody to realize the same thing, and he's being rewarded. The world's richest person should be somebody that's fixing and fighting climate change. I think the reality is that Tesla is a distributed energy business, right? They are figuring out how to harness energy, how to store it, and then how to use it in a way to allow humans to be productive. Cars are a manifestation, but solar panels are as well, power walls are as well. And I'm telling you right now, Scott, the big disruption that's coming is to power utilities. There are trillions of dollars of bonds, of capex, of value sitting inside the energy generation infrastructure of the world that is going to go upside down. And when that goes pear-shaped, Tesla will double and triple again. And I think, I tweeted this a while ago, that I thought the world's first trillionaire would be a person fighting climate change. It very well could be Elon, but if it's not him, it'll be somebody like him, but it'll be because of this. Delivering clean energy, allowing the world to be sustainable, is an incredibly important thing that will be rewarded by markets and individuals.
And he was all the way right about Tesla. I mean, from the very beginning, he saw that this car company that became an energy company is changing the world. And, he thought long-term, exactly what we are teaching here on this channel. But if you want to have a deep dive into that kind of thinking, this kind of step-by-step, even as a beginner or as an intermediate into the stock market, then I really would like you to go on x10masterclass.com. This is my personal online course, and not only you will get 100 never published videos about the stock market and how to find the 10x opportunity like we found Tesla stock, but also you will get, lifetime Discord access, and also you will receive the 107 never released to anybody Excel file, which I personally use to see how big of a conviction this trade can be. Now, let's talk about Tesla, because there is more appearance about Chamath and Tesla, because he was one of the first big investors into Tesla as well, where he saw the opportunity. He was also very early on Bitcoin. He was very early on Amazon. He is really understanding how the future could look like, and then he is putting the money behind it, okay? He invested $1 million when Bitcoin was at $80, guys. Can you imagine? This is insane, guys. This guy is knowing what and how financial world is really working. So I'm super excited to be on board with him. But let's talk about a little bit the Tesla opportunity that he saw and what he was talking about Elon Musk back then.
Because it's not as if there's no downside protection for the stock. The people who short this company are so short-sighted, because the number of companies that would come out of the woodwork. You don't think that Apple, with $200 billion of cash, backstops this company and has a chance to enter a $1 trillion market overnight by buying that business if it gets imperiled in any way? Google, which already tried to buy it, wouldn't try to buy it again?
I'd say it's a risk.
So what are we betting against? We're betting against a cleaner earth because we don't like that. We like to suck in the carbon monoxide and the fumes from all these cars. We're betting against beautiful flat screens, beautiful ways in which to manage your experience inside the car because we don't like that.
No, we're betting
Why?
against whether he can deliver what he says, the fundamentals of the company. That's what they're betting against.
No, that's not true. People are betting against his style. They don't like his style.
It's not just that.
It is
come on,
just
there's smart people like Jim Chanos. He's a smart investor. He's not betting just on his style.
Jim Chanos makes money once a decade. And while the market rips up, the guy just bleeds money and he's never on CNBC. And every time something works, he's there for 5 minutes. Great for Jim Chanos. Fantastic as a hedge in a portfolio where you have 1% in a short fund. But the reality is, being long equities makes sense. Being long innovation makes sense. Betting against entrepreneurs that are changing the world has never been a profitable endeavor. Why start now?
I'm sure Mr. Chanos is going to take issue with your numbers and some of your comments. And
I'm happy to post my returns against Chanos anytime he wants.
Right.
So as you can see, he is a big supporter of clean energy, and not only that, he's also thinking that we should tackle the challenges and the problems like student debt and education or health, right? Those are big industries that didn't change for a very long time, and he wants to be on the forefront of changing and putting money behind companies that are innovating in those spaces. Now, if you're thinking about exactly this, then make sure to be ready, because he is now investing into a new company. His next investment is into Proterra. Proterra is the biggest, North America's biggest OEM manufacturer of electric buses. Can you imagine? The next big thing, in his opinion, in public transportation is green transportation. Yeah, that's nothing new if you are following him, but he is leading a PIPE, which is an investment into public equity, and therefore it's not one of his specs that he has out there. It's just, a side investment, though he claims this is his biggest investment into clean energy so far, which is just fantastic. I think it's an interesting one if you are thinking that they can disrupt the public transportation, at least in North America. Then make sure to check it out. The ticker symbol is ACTC, and that's why make sure to be also aware that the stock just went up at 100%, guys. Okay, after the announcement, obviously this was a huge boom. He was posting this on Twitter. He has 708,000 followers, so you can imagine here that there's a lot of demand now. For my personal opinion, I need to look if this is then still interesting for me. Going up 100% in value is always a little bit tricky, guys. I don't like that kind of jumps, and always the risk to go 20-30% down. However, I like the overall idea of Protera, and will definitely follow, make my own research as well. This is something you should do as well, even if you watch videos on other financial YouTubers. Make your own research, make your own due diligence, and then invest money that you are aware that you can lose it. All right, so you can see here a huge pattern by Chamath to invest into the next big problems, the clean energy, also maybe healthcare and other financial sectors. Like his latest IPO was done with his spec company. So, you know, he is a guy that you can really follow and learn a lot. Like, go on YouTube, watch all of his videos. He is such a smart individual that will show you a thing or two about how to see the world through his eyes. And then, you know, finally, he believes, and I understand this 100%, if you are solving the biggest problems in the world, which might not seem sexy, like health or clean energy or student debt, he believes that the capital and the return of investment will be tremendous. And we have seen some statements like this already by Larry Fink, who is handling the biggest asset company in the whole world, BlackRock. So I'm super excited to see Chamath sharing with us his path to, you know, new ventures, clean ventures, innovational ventures, and I will be on the forefront always here on this channel, so make sure to be subscribed.